নমস্কাৰ ষ্টাডি হাব নিউ ইউটিউব চেনেলটোলৈ আপোনালোক সকলোকে পুনৰবাৰ স্বাগতম জনাইছোঁ। আজি আমি আলোচনা কৰিবলৈ লৈছোঁ ডিগ্ৰী ফাৰ্ষ্ট ছেমিষ্টাৰৰ জেনেৰেল ইংলিছ বিষয়টিৰ এটা অন্য প্ৰশ্ন। প্ৰশ্নটো আছে কমেণ্ট অন দ্য পয়েটিক টেকনিক্স ইউজড বাই কে এন দাৰৱাল্লা in his poem Wolf. জেনেৰেল ইংলিছ ছাবজেক্টটোত wolf নামৰ এটা পয়েম আছে, যাৰ পয়েট হৈছে কে এন দাৰৱাল্লা। তো সেই wolf পয়েমটোৰ বিষয়ে আলোচনা কৰিবলৈ দিছে। এনচাৰটো হৈছে কে এন দাৰৱাল্লা's poem Wolf is a vivid exploration of the raw power and untamed nature of the wolf, but it also offers a deeper commentary on the human condition, the struggle for survival, and the primal instincts that lie within us all. Darwalla employs a variety of poetic techniques to enhance the emotional and thematic depth of the poem. These include vivid imagery, symbolism, contrast, personification, and the use of sound devices, all of which contribute to the mood and meaning of the poem. Number 1, Imagery. Imagery is one of the most striking poetic techniques used in Wolf. Throughout the poem, Darwalla paints a series of sensory-rich pictures that bring the wolf to life. The wolf's physicality is depicted with sharp visceral images such as lean jaws and the clash of bone, creating an impression of a creature that is both physically formidable and dangerous. The imagery of the wolf as an animal bent by the snow further enhances the harsh, brutal world in which it exists. These images evoke a sense of the wolf's survival instinct in an unforgiving environment. Such descriptions make the wolf presence tangible and its struggle for survival palpable. The use of natural imagery also reinforces the wolf's connection to the wild. References to its environment, including the snow, the howl, and the bleak landscape, help establish the setting of the poem. These natural images not only evoke the creature's habitat but also highlight the struggle of survival in the wilderness, where the elements are as dangerous as the predator. Symbolism. The wolf in Darwalla's poem operates as a powerful symbol. While it is an animal in a literal sense, it represents much more. The wolf embodies the untamed forces of nature, the primal instincts that govern life, and the struggle for survival in a world that is indifferent to human or animal suffering. The wolf's physicality, its hunger, fire senses, and vulnerability becomes a metaphor for human existence itself. Humans Like wolves are often driven by their base instincts, forced to conform the harshness of their environments. In addition to this, the wolf also represents the clash between civilization and the wild. As an outsider, the wolf is a reminder of the parts of human nature that are often repressed or ignored by society. The very fact that the wolf roams the wilderness outside the boundaries of human control makes it a symbol of freedom but also of danger and violence. Its presence in the poem suggests that the wild world, unrestrained by human norms, is both alluring and perilous. Personification. Darwalla embodies the wolf with human-like qualities, a technique known as personification. By describing the wolf as having intent and purpose, the poet elevates the creature beyond mere instinctual behavior, making it seem almost human. This approach draws attention to the complexity of the wolf's existence, suggesting that it is not just a brute force but a creature with its own consciousness and drive. The personification of the wolf also heightens the emotional and the psychological dimension of the poem. Rather than being merely a symbol of nature's power, the wolf becomes a character in its own right, capable of thought, decision making, and deliberate action. This gives the whole a certain mystic and raises questions about its motivations and desires, thus adding depth to its role in the poem. Contrast, the poem often juxtaposes the wolf with human civilization, underscoring the tension between nature's wildness and human domestication. The wolf is portrayed as an outsider, a creature unbound by the rule of civilization, and its very existence challenges the norms of human society. The tension between the civilized world and the wilderness involved mirrors the conflict between human reason and primal instinct. This contrast is evident in the way the wolf is depicted, lean, powerful, and capable of surviving in the cold, while humans are often seen as vulnerable to the elements. The wolf's endurance and strength stand in stark contrast to human fragility, emphasizing the harshness of the natural world and the inevitability of death. The poem raises profound questions about survival, the limitations of civilization, and the price of humanity's detachment detachment from the primal forces that govern life. Sound devices. Darwalla uses various sound devices to reinforce the thematic elements and tone of the poem. The use of alliteration, as seen in phrases like "bent by the snow," "old clothes," creates a rhythmic flow that intensifies the overall mood. The repetition of consonant sounds enhances the sense of tension and harshness in the poem, reflecting the relentless, unforgiving nature of the world in which the wolf lives. Additionally, the use of astonish further enhanced the auditory quality of the poem, adding to the immersive experience. The repetition, the repetition of the O sound in phrases like lonely howl and snow adds a mournful and almost mournful tone, echoing the wolf's solitary existence in the wild. This rhythmic quality helps reinforce the feeling of desolation and isolation in the poem. Tone. The tone of the poem is one of both awe and fear. There is an underlying sense of danger and menace associated with the wolf, but at the same time, there is a kind of admiration for the strength, its determination, and its ability to thrive in an environment that is harassed and different. The language of the poem, its use of stark imagery, and its reference to cold, bleak surroundings creates a somber, almost foreboding atmosphere. The tone also reflects the ambivalence the speaker feels towards the wolf. While the wolf is a creature to be feared, it is also one to be respected. It represents a kind of freedom, but this freedom is not without its cost. The wildness of the wolf, its indifference to human constraints, evokes both fascination and terror, suggesting that while the wolf is an outsider, it is also a reminder of the untamed forces within us all. In Wolf, Keki and Darwallas utilize a rich array of poetic techniques, imagery, symbolism, personification, construct sound devices, and the tone to craft a poem that is both a portrait of a wild animal on a and a profound meditation on the nature of existence. The wolf is both a literal and symbolic presence, serves as a powerful vehicle for exploring themes of survival, primal instincts, and the tension between civilization and the wild. Through these poetic techniques, Darwalla offers a compelling commentary on the complexity of life, the duality of nature, and the animal within us.